Thousands of people in Scotland and northern England are still without power after Storm Malik blew in yesterday, killing a 9-year-old boy in Staffordshire and a 60-year-old woman. But there's no let-up in the bad weather, with another powerful storm forecast tonight, with winds of up to 90 miles an hour. Phil Bodmer reports now from Bishop Auckland in County Durham.
The might of Malik and its destructive power. The ferocity of yesterday's storm leaving tens of thousands of homes without electricity in Scotland and the northeast of England. In County Durham, engineers were reconnecting supplies after a tree brought down power lines in the village of Southchurch. This car crushed under the weight of rubble as the wind ripped off render from a gable end of terraced houses.
If you have a look, the suspension's gone, it's landed on the engine. I only paid 12,000 for it last year. It's only got 50,000 miles on. I'm gutted, absolutely gutted.
In Northumberland, farmer Rachel Johnston woke up to find herself without power for the second time in 2 months.
Last time we're off power for 11 days. I think we're in for the situation normal. Repeat of last time.
Today in Scotland, around 18,000 homes were without power. Yesterday, a 60-year-old woman was killed after being struck by a fallen tree. In Aberdeenshire, Natalie Cooper and her partner had a narrow escape.
I was just going through to the bedroom because the power had just gone off. And as I went through, I could just see the tree kind of falling. And then at that point, I just started shouting, "Tree, tree, tree," and ran through. And he decided to leap over the sofa, and we just got into the safety of our kitchen.
As the clear-up in Southchurch continues, the question on everyone's lips is what's likely to be thrown at them next.
Are you worried about Storm Corrie coming in tonight? Another one?
Well, it can't do any more damage to me. I mean, I'm retired, I'm a pensioner, I'm 68. And all I've got's my old age pension. And if the insurance doesn't pay for that, I'm just...
With severe weather warnings for Scotland and the northeast still in force tonight, large swathes of Britain are bracing for another battering. Phil Bodmer, BBC News, County Durham.
Good evening. The north of the UK is bracing for its second big storm in as many days. Storm Corrie is predicted to bring winds of up to 90 miles per hour to Scotland and the north of England. It comes as thousands of residents are still without power tonight following yesterday's Storm Malik. Clean-up of the damage caused by that storm is still underway, and 2 families are grieving after a 9-year-old boy and a 60-year-old woman lost their lives. Sangeeta Lal has the latest.
Ripped apart by 90-mile-an-hour winds, this house couldn't escape the force of Storm Malik. As well as entire roofs, it brought down trees and power lines too, leaving 80,000 homes across the northeast without electricity.
And have you ever known it to be weather this bad?
No.
For Brenda, it means she can't use her stairlift, instead finding other ways to get round.
I'm getting up by the handrail and the rail up the stairs for the stair lift, and then I'd sort of like go up on by you're sort of on 4s. You've just really just got to grin and bear it, put it that way.
North East England and Scotland were hit with the worst of the storm yesterday. Dangerous conditions that turned out to be fatal. A 9-year-old boy in Staffordshire and a 60-year-old woman in Aberdeen were both killed by fallen trees. And today, thousands across Northumberland remain without power, the second time in 4 months that a storm has taken down their supply. Sheila went 10 days without electricity during Storm Arwen in November, now once again struggling to keep herself and her husband warm.
You know, we can survive, but it's not easy when you've got somebody who's practically immobile with his arthritis and poor health. I thought, you know, the last time we were out without power for 10 days, they would have kind of brought things more up to date and been ready for the next storm, but seems as if they aren't.
Northern Power Grids have been trying to repair damage caused by the storm overnight, but with more bad weather forecast, there's just a few hours before the winds pick up here again.
I guess the key thing for us is to make sure that we make best use of the time we've got available to us now. And we've also been saying to our customers that we're hoping that the majority of people will be back on today.
Something teams working non-stop hope too, with yellow weather warnings for more gale force winds forecast tonight. Sangeeta Lal, ITV News, Morpeth.